What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Game Freak. Today, I want to talk about a game that I picked up for the Nintendo, the OG Nintendo. I wasn't out game hunting or anything. Me and the wife were just out picking some stuff up, and I was like, "Hey, why don't you go by the Void, which is one of my favorite retro gaming stores. They have some modern stuff in there as well." I was like, I just want to see if maybe they have something like rare or something that just pops out that I want to pick up and put into my collection. I don't like saying collection though because that makes it sound like I don't play the games. I do play the games, but I wanted this, I guess, in my library, I should say. So sure enough, I just went over to the NES rack and I'm looking and I find a game that I've never even heard of. I'm sure many people have. I just have never heard of this game. Apparently, after doing some research on it, it's considered a rare game, not quite as rare as the Japanese version. But man, I got this thing mint condition. I did look on eBay and stuff like that to see if people were selling this game for outrageous prices. Sure enough, I seen anywhere from, pretty decent price at $25. Some of them were up to $500. And then there was like a water graded game or water graded version of this game. And that thing was going damn near $1,000. And I was like, okay, that's just insane. It's not worth that. I got this for $10 and it is in immaculate condition. It's mint. The only thing missing is the box. And the game I am talking about is Monster Party. I mean, look, the sticker, everything is just tip-top shape. This thing has no blemishes on it whatsoever. No nudges, no scratches, no nothing. I didn't know what to expect. I really didn't know what to expect. What happened is when I bought the game, well, before I bought the game, when I was in the store, I got my phone out and I just looked at some gameplay to see if it was something that, looked intriguing to me. And I was like, oh, cool, man. It's a side scroller. It looks kind of odd, but hey, let's get it and check it out. $10. What's the worst that can happen? It sucks. Well, I will let you know if it sucks if you have not played this game before. So here's a little review, my overview on this game. Let's check this out. Monster Party is considered a pretty rare title to find out in the wild, especially in great condition. Though it's a challenging game to stumble across, the Japanese version is the crown jewel if you happen to find it. The Japanese version, I guess, was more graphic, and some of the character parodies were censored, which caused the American version to look slightly different. The Japanese version was actually never officially released, but gamers still managed to get their hands on copies. Don't ask me how they managed this, because the storied history of this game is as bizarre as the game itself. You play as a child named Mark. On his way home from a baseball game, he sees what looks like a star falling from the sky. It turns out to be a winged griffin-like alien named Bert. You heard that right. The alien's name is Bert. He wants your assistance to rid of the evil monsters in his realm, Dark World. Since Mark was carrying a baseball bat, Bert figured it'd be as good as any other weapon to take these monsters out. What child wouldn't agree to help an alien out to kill monsters in another realm? Mark didn't even flinch that an alien just landed in front of him on a dark street. That's balls, man. I would have ran like a 90-pound woman running from Ron Jeremy's dick. Since Mark agreed to help, Bert fuses himself to the maniac child and they whisk away to Dark World. Fusing himself to Mark will now give him the ability to transform into Bert when a special pill is consumed. The pill only lasts a limited amount of time, but when Mark consumes one, he no longer has his baseball bat. Instead, he has the ability to shoot projectiles and fly. After the pill wears off, you turn back into Mark and get your baseball bat back. The controls in this game are pretty straightforward and actually very smooth. What you want to do is build your health up first. You can accomplish this by killing enemies who occasionally drop a heart, question mark, or a pill. The enemies will respawn when going back to a previous screen. The reason building your health up is so vital is because you only get one life. I know it sounds crazy, but I can assure you it doesn't make the game impossible. The key is to study the enemy's movements and attack patterns. The same goes for when you're fighting bosses. There are 8 levels in this game, so naturally there are 8 bosses you must defeat. Well, 8 end of level bosses, that is. And this is where the game becomes completely bizarre. These bosses are definitely unique. You'll fight bosses that shoot cows at you, that shoot small kittens at you. You'll fight a fried shrimp, an onion ring, Medusa, a pumpkin ghost, a plant that looks like the one in Little Shops of Horror. There's just some very strange bosses you will encounter. Even a pair of walking pants tries to take you out. This isn't a Ghosts and Goblins hard game, but it is a challenge. Luckily, you do have the option to continue, and this game has passwords. I have a feeling this game will be a hit or miss with those playing it for the first time, like myself. Now, I personally enjoyed it because of how weird it was. It also had very smooth and responsive controls. Controls are important to me. They can make or break a game. Now, this isn't a banger by any means, but I feel it's a hidden gem. I'm glad I stumbled upon it in the wild and now have a physical copy of it. I just noticed it's also on one of my NES multi-carts, but I always skipped over it. The artwork on the cart is what caught my attention in the game store, so I pulled the trigger. I'm happy I did, otherwise I probably would have never even thought of clicking on this title on my multi-cart. It's a fun game with a decent challenge, an enjoyable soundtrack, and an absolutely crazy cast of characters. If you've never played Monster Party, I recommend trying it out at least once. So with that all said, I rate this game a 7 out of 10. Now, just to clarify, the reason I went to like eBay and price chart and stuff is not that I want to resell this game. I'm not a reseller. I'm definitely not reselling it. I was just curious to see like the reaction to this game. Like, what's it going for? What are people actually selling this game for? And I'm glad the Void doesn't go by that. They don't go by price chart. They don't go by eBay or anything like that. This is just pretty rare game, I guess. And it is pretty crazy that I did get on my Nintendo, one of my Nintendo multi-carts, and it was there. I was like, man, I would have never even thought of clicking on this game just from the name alone, Monster Party. It sounds like some little kid game that, you know, you are a little kid in it. But it just seemed like just the title. If I wouldn't have seen the artwork on it, I probably would have never bought it. But seeing that title on the multi-cart, no, I probably would have never even clicked on that and gave it a try. I am glad that I gave this a try and bought it. Or I should say bought it first, then gave it a try. This game is pretty damn cool. So I think a 7 out of 10 was fair grade on it. It's not a banger by any means, but it's an enjoyable platform, and it's just goofy as hell. Goofy as hell, man. I mean, after playing it, you can tell why there was some flags thrown up, because they are kind of stealing these characters, the bosses in particular, from different horror movies, you know, like the Black Lagoon monster and shit, and I don't know, Medusa, stuff like that, and that plant. from Little Shops of Horrors. I mean, I'm positive that's what they were going for on that, but they didn't want to get sued, so they kind of changed them up a little bit. It's just a wacky ass game, but it was a lot of fun, man. So if you've never played it, I do recommend giving it a try. 7 out of 10, again, I think is pretty fair. So let me know what you guys think. If you've ever played this game, let me know in the comments section. I would love to know, and let me know what you thought of it. I thought it was pretty damn fun, actually. So if you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out this channel a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. And if you are a content creator, don't forget to type in that word content in the comment section. That's all you got to do. Type in the word content in the comment section. We have something on this channel that I like to call the Game Freak Army. And what we do is if we see that word content in the comment section, we will go to your channel and subscribe to you to help you out. Doesn't matter if you're a gaming channel or not. Any kind of channel. Just type in content and we will go and help you out. Because that's what we do, man. We want to help each other out, help each other's channels grow. This isn't a popularity contest. No one's trying to be king of YouTube or anything like that. It's just all about having a good time and helping each other out. So feel free to type in that word content in the comment section. And once again, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. And until the next one, game on, everybody.